Good morning students. So in this class we are going to discuss about Archimedes principle and law of flotation. So Archimedes principle, when an object is placed partly or completely immersed in a fluid, so it shows a upthrust or buoyant force in upward direction. So that upthrust is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the object. So that is the Archimedes principle. So it is checked using the apparatus. So consider a spring balance is connected with the irregular object. It shows the true weight of an object. So it shows that is W1 is the true weight of an object. The same object is placed inside the fluid. It shows some other weight. Some other weight is some other X. So that object displaces some amount of water, that is some amount of fluid to the some other vessel. It is collected in a some other vessel. So it shows some weight. So if we go into the water, you feel some weightlessness, you lost some water, you feel. That loss of water is equal to, that is due to the upthrust. So that upthrust equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the object, that is apparent loss of weight of the body. So consider a true weight of an object is 2 kg, then it shows, that is in spring balance shows 1.8 kg. So it's W2, that is amount of water displaced by the object, that is 200 gram. So from this we can find how much amount of weight is lost inside the water. So apparent weight of an object, that means that is the weight of an object inside the fluid. So that is equal to true weight of an object in air. So we can measure using the spring balance initially, that is W1, then minus upthrust. So upthrust equal to weight of the fluid displaced. So we can measure the weight of the liquid displaced, that is W2. You will get, so 2 minus 1.8, you will get 0.2 kg, that is 200 gram. So 200 gram of weight is lost by the object if it is placed inside the water. So that is Archimedes principle. The next law of flotation. So weight of the floating body. So it's a floating body in a fluid is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the body. So for example, a 10,000 kg big boat is float in a sea. So weight of the floating body in a fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the body. So both are same. So same 10,000 kg of water is displaced by the big boat. Then center of gravity of a floating body and center of buoyancy are in the same vertical line. So what's my center of gravity? So for example, if I balance at which point the pen, that is the center of gravity. So center of gravity for a square, so just draw two diagonals, so it cuts at the point, that is the center. So that point is the center of gravity. These are some examples. Then the boat, so what is the center of gravity? So at this point, this is the center of gravity. If you draw the lines, you can cut it that point. So center of gravity of floating body and center of buoyancy are at the same vertical line. So both are at the same vertical line. So it acts in upward direction. So that is the center of buoyancy. So in this class we have discussed Archimedes principle. An object is placed inside a water or a fluid, that is partly or completely inside the fluid. So it experiences a upthrust. The upthrust or buoyant force is equal to weight of the fluid displaced. Then law of flotation. Then weight of the floating body in a fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the body. So somewhat moreover equal. Then center of gravity of a floating body and center of buoyancy are in the same vertical line.